Dear children, I am going to teach lesson 3rd in geography nationalism in India. In the lesson, demand of post Swaraj and the SALT मार्च एंड सिविल डिसओबीडियंस मूवमेंट के बारे में हमने पढ़ाया था। इसी में बिगनिंग ऑफ सिविल डिसओबीडियंस मूवमेंट को देखें। हम फिर से पढ़ाने जा रहे हैं। बिगनिंग ऑफ सिविल डिसओबीडियंस मूवमेंट along with 78 followers, Gandhiji started his march for Sabarmati Ashram on 12th March 1930 for Dandi, the coastal town of Gujarat. The march was over 240 miles. This marked the beginning of the civil disobedience movement. On 6 April, he, along with his followers, reached Dandi and ceremonially violated the salt law. He manufactured salt by boiling seawater. As the movement separated, the following steps were taken. Foreign clothes were boycotted, liquor shops were picketed. The peasants refused to pay revenue and chowkidari tax. The village official resigned. In many places, forest people violated forest law. Government action. Worried by the ongoing movement, the colonial government began arresting the Congress leaders one by one. Calling of civil disobedience movement, peaceful satyagrahis were attacked, women and children were beaten, and about 1 lakh people were arrested. In April 1930, a prominent leader Abdul Ghaffar Khan was arrested. An angry crowd demonstrated in Peshawar and several violent accidents were reported. In such a situation, Mahatma Gandhi once again decided to call off the movement and entered into a pact with Irving on 5th March 1931. Relaunching of civil disobedience movement in December 1931, first कह सकते हो, Gandhiji went to London for round table conference, but this discussion was of no use. Hence he returned disappointed. Back in India, he discovered that government had begun a new method of control as Congress had been declared illegal. Abul Ghaffar Khan and Jawaharlal Nehru both were put in jail. Mahatma Gandhi relaunched the civil disobedience movement. This movement was continued for a year and lost its momentum by the year 1934. Various about the movement. Different social groups had their own views about the civil disobedience movement. Some were encouraged while the other ones got displaced. Rich peasant communities like the Patidar of Gujarat and Jats of Uttar Pradesh. These communities grew commercial crops and suffered severe losses due to the falling of prices and trade depression. They participated in the movement because they were unable to pay land revenue, but the government had refused to reduce the revenue demand. They took the fight for Swaraj, for the struggle against high revenue. When Gandhiji called off the movement, without the revenue demand being reduced deeply. They were disappointed and they prevent themselves from joining themselves when it was resumed. The poorer peasantry. Peasants were working as tenants in the farms of their landlords. When rich peasants could not earn much, they found it difficult to pay their tenants. They wanted all unpaid rents to be remitted, but the Congress, not willing to displease the rich landlord, did not support the no rent campaign. This hurt the sentiments of the peasant and they aligned themselves with the more radical movement led by communities and the socialists. Business classes, Indian merchants and industrialists had prospered and become powerful during the First World War. Hence, as natural, the end of the war resulted in the decline of their economic and political power. As such, the colonial policies were adverse to them. They wanted protection against the foreign import, a rupees sterling foreign exchange ratio to discourage imports with view to achieve their ends and protect their business interest. They formed the following: 1920 Indian Industrial and Commercial Congress, 1927 Federation of Indian Chamber of Commerce and Industry. The prominent industrialists led by Purushottam Thakurdas and G.D. Birla attacked the colonial economic policies and supported the civil disobedience movement with the hope that Swaraj would end all colonial restriction on the economy and led to a flourishing economy. Gandhi's calling of the movement and the failure of the Round Table Conference made the industrialists and merchants seriously consider the efficiency of the movement. They feared that the prolonged movement could disrupt business. Beside more serious cause of concern was the growing influence of socialist ideas among the younger members of the Congress. Industrial working class. The attitude of Congress towards workers' demand was based on the assumption that any support towards them would alienate the industrialist and divide the anti-imperialist force. This attitude prevented the workers from participating in the movement. However, their admiration of Gandhi made some of them boycott foreign goods and protest against low wages and working conditions. Strike. In 1930, a number of railway workers went on strike. Thousands of teen miners of from Chota Nagpur also showed their solidarity by boycotting foreign goods. See, this was followed by the dock works strike in 1932. Role of women. Thousands of women came out of their houses to listen to Mahatma Gandhi during his salt march to Dandi. They also participated in the following protest march, picketing foreign cloths, liquor shop, and manufacturing salt at Dandi coast. Women in urban areas were from high-cost families. The women in rural areas belong to rich peasant household. However, in spite of their role in nationalist movement, their status in the society could not improve. Gandhiji also believed that women could stay back and look after the household jobs, children and the cooking part rather than participating in the movement. This is why for a long time no women leader could be seen in the Congress party. The untouchables. Now next day.